Hi learners, welcome to the today's topic. Our today's topic is data mining definitions and terminology. So what is data mining? Basically, what is the definition of data mining? What are the different applications and uses of data mining? Why we are choosing the data mining? And what are the important terms related to data mining? So that I am going to tell about that. Myself, Priyanka Gupta, I am working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Data Science and Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So, I am going to cover the data mining and related definitions and important terminology. What is data mining history and origin? So, first we will have a look on that. Data warehousing, business analytics, and analytics technologies. So basically data warehousing, business intelligence and data analytics technology that began emerging in the late 1980s and the early 1990s. So that was the era that these are the few techniques has been occurred, providing an increased ability to analyze the growing amount of data. So on that time we are having the huge amount of data also, so that we can organize and create and collect that. The term data mining was in use in 1995 when the first international conference on knowledge discovery and data mining was held in Montreal city. So that was the first time data mining was in use by 1995. Next, the event was sponsored by the Association for the Advancement of Artificial Intelligence. We can say AARI, which also is held the conference annually for the next 3 years. So by the that 1995, after that 3 years, the same event has that has been occurred. Next, since 1999, the era came, the conference popularly known as KDD 2021 and so on has been organized primarily by the SIG KDD. The special interest group, the SIG stands for Special Interest Group on Knowledge Discovery. KDD stands for Knowledge Discovery and Data Mining within the Association for Computing Machinery. So they have organized this KDD 2021 in 1999. The technical journal Data Mining and Knowledge Discovery that has been published its first issue by year 1997. Initially a quarterly, it's now published bi-monthly, now containing the peer-reviewed articles also on the data mining and knowledge discovery theory, technique and practices. So that is a popular magazine that has been publishing bi-monthly. So that is having the peer review, peer related discovered theory, discovered techniques and discovered practices. Another publication, the American Journal of Data Mining and Knowledge Discovery, that has been launched in 2016. So this was all about the history of data mining. Now what is data mining? So data mining is the process of sorting through the large data sets to identify patterns and relationships that can help to solve the business problems through the data analysis. Data mining techniques and tools that is going to enable the enterprise or any of the business company to predict about the future trends and make more informed business decision. So that is outcome of that data mining for the business people, for the enterprises. So that is nothing but they have to predict the future trends and they have to make the more informed business decision, so that they can have the better decision making. Data mining is the key part of data analytics overall and one of the core discipline in the data science, which use the advanced analytics techniques to find the useful information to the data set from the data set. At a more granular level, the data mining is a steps in knowledge discovery in databases process, a data science methodology for gathering, processing and analyzing the whole data. So that these are the few definitions of data mining. Why is data mining important? Why we have to use data mining? Data mining is a crucial component of successful analytics initiatives in organization. So particularly the information it generates from it, that can be used in business intelligence. The business we can say enterprise people, they can have the business intelligence, intelligent information they can have, and advanced analytics application they can use. And they can also involve the analysis of historical data as well as real time analytics applications that is going to examine the streaming data as it is created and collected in real time. So that is the main purpose why we are using the data mining. Now the effective data mining, that is going to aid in various aspects of planning the business strategy as well as the managing different operations. That is going to include the customer facing function, that can be have the some fields are there for customer facing. Marketing can be there, advertising, sales and customer support, plus manufacturing, supply chain management, finance and HR. So these are the few customer facing functions can be there. Data mining supports fraud detection, risk management, cyber security planning and many other type of critical business use cases. So in these applications, the data mining we can also use. So on the basis of that, we can say on the we can say past data, all these applications that can be carry forward, we can have the better understanding of future analysis. So basically, why we are going to data mining process, how does it work? Basically, data mining is typically done by the data scientist and other skilled business intelligence and analytics professionals, but it can also be performed by the data savvy business analytics, executives and workers who function as citizen data scientists in an organization. So these are the people, they are going to work on the data, they are going to mine the data. Its core elements include the machine learning and statistical analysis along with the data management task that has been done to prepare the data for analysis. So all the data which has been stored on the data warehouse, that will be used as a analysis as a data for the analysis. The data mining process can be broken down into the 4 of the primary stages. What are those primary stages? First is data gathering. The relevant data for any analytics application, it is going to be identified, it is going to be assembled in this phase. So the data may be allocated into the different sources, that can be internal or external. It can be stored on the data warehouse, it can be stored onto the data lake. So an increasingly common repository in big data environment, that can also containing a mix of structured and unstructured data. So all type of data, any other form of data that will be stored in that, and that data will be stored, that will be identified, and that will be changed into the other form, but into the data transformation phase. So these external data sources, that will also be included in this. Second is data preparation. So what is data preparation? In that we have to prepare the data for to use able to use that data in the form of do the analysis. So this stage including a set of steps that is going to get the data ready to mine. It basically start with the data exploration, profiling and pre-processing. So these are the few methods will be carried forward on this stage, followed by the data cleansing work to fix errors and other quality issues. So all the missing data, all the noisy data, that will be filled and removed in this phase. The data transformation is also done to make the data set consistent, unless a data scientist is looking to analyze the unfiltered raw data for a particular application. So that will particularly based on that application, why we are we have to use that data, we have to done the data transformation at this phase also. Next is mining the data. Next we have to mine that data, what we have prepared the data. So once the data will be prepared, a data scientist that is going to choose a appropriate data mining technique. So here the data scientist use his need came. So the data mining techniques will be applied here, and then he is going to implement one or more algorithm to do the mining. In machine learning applications, the algorithm typically must be trained, because that is machine is going to be learned. So on the sample data, the machine is going to be learned sets to look for the information being sought before they have run against the full set of data. So that will come into the machine learning applications if you are using these machine learning related applications. Next phase is data analysis in interpretation. So that the data mining results is used to create the analytical model in this phase that can help to drive the decision making and other business actions. So in this phase the analytics will occur, and that phase we have to know about the decision making on the basis of that analytics. The data scientist and any another member of the data science team that also must communicate the findings to the business executives as well as to users. They often through the data visualization and the use of data storytelling techniques. So they have to tell about the what is the data looks like, what is the visual representations of data to the business executives and users. So basically because they cannot understand the whole of the data, if they'll able to see the graphical representation, they will have a good picture of that data and they can take the better decision. So in this phase they are using the Tableau and other related visualization techniques, visualization tools to view that data. Next is these are the 4 stages of data mining. The first will be the data sources, second will be the data exploration or gathering, third is modeling, and fourth is deploying that model. So that we have seen in the earlier stages, the different name. So in that data sources, these ranges from the databases to the new data that is having in the wire, and then it will be considered as a problem definition. In the data gathering phase, this stage involves the sampling and transformation of data. In the modeling phase, that is users create a model, test it, and then they are going to evaluate it. In the deploying model, take an action based on the result from the model. So these are the phases that will be used by the data scientists. What are the type of data mining techniques? So various techniques can be used to mine the data for different data science applications. Pattern recognition is a common data mining use case that's enabled by the multiple techniques, as it is anomaly detection, which is going to aim the identify the outlier value in the data set. What is outlier value? That the data that is not relevant to that particular pattern. So that will be the outlier. So in that we have to recognize the model is able to recognize that outlier also. Popular data mining techniques including the following types. The first is association rule mining. In data mining, association rules are if-then statements that they are going to identify the relationship between the data elements. In that, support and confidence will be there. They are the criteria used to assess the relationship. Support measures the how frequently the related items appear in the data set, and confidence is reflecting the number of items as if and then statement is having, that is how much it is accurate. Second is the classification technique. This approach is going to assign the element in data sets to different category, defining as a part of data mining process. In that, decision tree, naive Bayes classifier, k nearest neighbor, logistic regression, we can say normal regression, that will be the some example of the classification methods. Third method is clustering. In clustering method, in this case, data elements that is share the particularly characteristics to grouping together into the cluster as a part of data mining applications. So for example, that is including the k-means clustering, hierarchical clustering, and Gaussian mixture models. So in that, on the basis of similarity of the particular attributes, they will make a cluster, and on the basis of that cluster, that will be divided into the one or more clusters. So that will be the clustering technique of the particular data mining. Fourth is regression. So this is the another way to find out the relationship in data sets by calculating the predicted data value based on the set of variables. Particularly the linear regression and multivariate regression are going to be the example of that regression. Decision tree and some other classification method that will also use the regression method. Fifth is sequence and path analysis. The data can be also mined to look for the patterns in which a particularly set of events or values leads to the latter one. So for that, sequence and path analysis, the technique will be used. 6 is neural network. A neural network is a set of algorithm that simulates the activity of the human brain. So as we have discussed in the earlier classes, how the neural network works, it looks like the brain structure and it is working as a neuron structure. So basically the neural network are particularly useful in the complex pattern recognition application that is involving the deep learning, that is an advanced offshoot of the machine learning. Now what are the machine data mining software and tools? What are the tools related to the data mining? What are the softwares are there? So vendors that offer the tools for data mining, that is including the Alteryx, AWS, Databricks, Dataiku, DataRobot, Google, and S2AI, IBM, NIME, Microsoft, Oracle, RapidMiner, SAP, SAS Institute, and Tobacco Software, among others. So these were the few we can say softwares are there for the data mining. A variety of free open source technology can be also used to mine the data, that is including the DataMelt, Alki, Orange, Rattle, Scikit-learn, and Weka. So these are the open source softwares that has been used for the data mining. For example, NIME, that is going to combine an open source analytics platform with the commercial software for managing the data science applications. So these are the combination that can be also used at the industry level. While companies such as Dai-K2 and S2O.ai that is offering the few versions of their tools. So these are the few we can say good applications and tools are there that can be used for the data mining at a free version. Benefits of data mining. In general, we can say the business benefits of the data mining that come from the increased ability to uncover the hiding pattern, trends, correlations, and anomaly. These information that can be used to improve the business decision making and strategic planning through a combination of conventional data analysis and predictive analytics. So that is a benefit of data mining. Specific data mining benefits include the following. First type of benefit is more effective marketing and sales. So that will be related to the business users. Data mining helps the marketers better understand the customer behavior and preferences, which is going to enable them to create the targeted marketing and advertising campaign. So on the basis of data mining techniques, they will be able to do these things. Similarly, the sales team that can use the data mining result to improve the lead conversion rates and sell additional product and services to existing customers. So who are their regular customers, they can provide some of the coupons, some of the additional product services. So that will be the benefit to them. Second is better customer service. So thanks to data mining, suppose the companies, they can identify the potential customer service issue. They can identify their we can say potential customer who are going to use that their services at a lifetime more promptly, and they are going to give the contact center agents up to date information to use in the calls and online chats with the customer. So they are going to give the better customer service, better customer support to them who are the potential customer of them. Third is improved supply chain management. So basically organization, they can spot the market trend and they can forecast the product demand more accurately, and they can enable them to better manage inventory of good and supply. So supply chain managers, they can also use the information from the data mining to optimize the warehousing, distribute the warehousing and other logistic operation. On that they can have the benefit from that. Fourth is increased production uptime. So in the production also the data mining will be used. Mining the operational data from the sensors on manufacturing machines and other industrial equipment support predictive maintenance applications to identify the potential problems before they occur, helping to avoid the unscheduled downtime. So they were having the uptown on the basis of the potential problem. They can identify that problem promptly earlier to that time, so that will be rectified before the time. Next will be the stronger risk management. So the risk managers and business executive, they can have the better assess financial and legal and cyber security and other type of risk to a company, and they can develop the plan for the managing them. Lower cost. How the data mining helping the drive the cost saving through the operational efficiencies in business processes and reducing the redundancy and wasting the corporate spending time. So on the basis of that will be the lower cost of the cost saving. Industry examples of data mining. So here is a few organizations that in the some industries, they can use the data mining as a part of analytics applications. In retail, in the financial service, in the insurance. In the retail, the online retailers, they are going to mine the customer data and they are going to use the internet click stream records to help them to target the marketing campaign. Financial servicing related to bank and credit card companies, they are using the data mining tools to build the financial risk model. While they are using that data mining tool to build the financial risk model, they are going to detect the fraud transactions, and they are going to give the loan and credit applications approvals. On the in the insurance part, the insurers rely on the data mining too. Why? They are because the pricing the insurance policy and deciding whether to approve the policy for the applications, including the risk modeling and management for the prospective customers, potential customers. Next will be the manufacturing, entertainment and healthcare. So how the data mining will be used in the manufacturing? In that they have to use the data mining to include the efforts to improve the uptime and operational efficiencies in the production plants. In the entertainment, the streaming services do data mining to analyze the what the customers, the users are going to watch, they are going to listen. They have to make the personalized recommendation system based on the people viewing and listening habits. In the healthcare, the doctor diagnoses medical condition, they are going to treat the patient, they are going to analyze x-ray and other medical imaging results, and they will be able to identify the disease before the time also. What is the advantage of data mining? Data mining technique enable the organization to obtain the knowledge based data. Data mining enable the organization to make the lucrative modification in operation and production. Compared with other statistical data application, the data mining is a cost efficient. Data mining helps the decision making process of any organization. It facilitates automated discovery of hidden pattern as well as the prediction of the trends and behavior. It can also be induced in a new system as well as in the existing platform. It is a quick process, and that is going to make it easy for the new customers. They can use that tools and they can analyze the enormous amount of data in the short time. What are the disadvantages of data mining? There is a probability that the organization may sell useful data of customers to the organizations for the money. So one example were there as a report is there, the American Express that has been sold the customer credit card details to the other organizations. So that was the that was the unfaithful event. They have sold the data related to the credit card. Second is mining the analytics software is difficult to operate, and that will be need advanced training to work on. Other is different data mining instrument operations are there, they due to the different algorithm used in their design. So therefore the selection of the right data mining tool will be very challenging. So we have to check the whether the data mining tool is going to support us or not. Next is the data mining technique are not precise, so that it may lead to severe consequences in some of the conditions. So that was all. What are the challenges of implementation in data mining? It can have the noisy data, it can have the incomplete data. So the process of extracting the useful data from the large volume of data is data mining. The data can have in the real world it as heterogeneous, incomplete and noisy. So data in huge quantity will usually will be inaccurate and unreliable. These problems may occur due to the data measuring instrument because of the human errors. Data distribution, real world data is usually stored on the various platforms in the distributed computing environment. So that data will be stored in might be in the database, individual system, even on the internet. Complex data, real world data is heterogeneous, but it could be have in the form of multimedia data, audio data, video data, image data. Complex data is spatial data, time series data. So managing these different version type of data and extracting them is useful information and is a tough task. Performance, the data mining systems process rely primarily on the efficiency of algorithm, how efficient the algorithm we have applied on that. So it will be designed, the algorithm and techniques are not up to the mark, then efficiency of the data mining process will be affected adversely. So that will be related to the data mining techniques we are using. Next is data privacy and security. Data mining usually leads to serious issues in terms of data security, governance and privacy. So we have to be very careful while the data the business people who are using the data mining techniques, who are using the data, so they have to be very careful about the data privacy and security. So that was all about the data mining related definitions and related important terminology. Thank you for watching.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.